We're going to take a look at two maps in this video. Here's a map of...
How you guys doing? I hope everybody's well. I'm going to make this one video because there's too many ignorant people out here and too many unknowledgeable people out here. They just can't connect dots the right way. You know, I can tell you right now that I've spent some time researching this morning, and I'm pretty sure I know what's going on in this world. You know, at least like the gist and like the basic, problem. You know, of course everybody, probably knows and remembers, the massive amounts of plane crashes and just kind of like plane crashes and accidents and, like an AI named Stargate system that's gonna, handle these things. I mean, as well as like pilot and air traffic controllers, and they were firing people, and they need air traffic controllers. Yeah, you don't want to rely on a machine to do that. The reason why is that I'm going to show you a video by Effective Collective. Also, I don't suggest many people and a channel, but I suggest her channel because I don't know why she doesn't make videos anymore, apparently. But, like, you can find truth if you go back 7 years with most people's videos. Which tells me one thing. Okay. Let me think here. I know the fact and the truth behind AI and the truth about CERN and the LHC and what they do and the kind of the madness they have played upon people and kind of like made fools out of everybody. And they kind of make fools of themselves. That's the thing. These silly scientists, you know what I mean? They act like they don't know what they're doing. And they act like they're not the ones responsible, I'm telling you. Because, yeah, that's pretty pathetic, man. And it's pretty scary at the same time. And as far as like God, he doesn't have a, role in this shit, dude. There ain't no God around, there's nobody around, dude, that could really fight for, God, I mean, and good, and I'm going to always fight for it, man. I'll die fighting for it. I mean, and I don't care about your beliefs or if you believe me. Just know, man, I'm going to go down as one of the ones that fucking tried to tell you the truth, man. And you can either refuse it or accept it. And believe me, man, I'm just, because I don't fit your narrative and I'm not, whatever, you think I'm going to be. I may not match that, but I can tell you this. The information that I'm going to tell you and my, ideas and why I think what I think, I promise you they're right. I know they're right. You should follow them. So everybody wants to know what's going on with this airplane shit. And it kind of like, oddly like, resembles like, to me, like something that involves AI. And of course, Trump and Elon Musk, the two big billionaires, along with the other 8, the techies, and I told you, technocracy. They're talking about bureaucracy. I'm like, dude, technocracy, dude. Why don't you speak on that? I would love to hear about it, dude. I'd love to hear Elon Musk or Trump talk about technocracy. I bet you they won't. Bet you they can't. Neither can old Sunday or Sunday. Had a Google. Neither could Zuck, the old Zucker. Trust me. I don't care about being right that much. And I don't care about your opinion that much to waste time talking about this. Okay, we're going to talk about it, though. Here's once again another fucking warning from Mike. Warning people out of the kindness of his heart, dedicating his time to show you, which I don't, I'm about to stop doing, man, for God, man, and His kingdom, man, because it's a lying kingdom. It has been. I don't know if AI is taking over and is overpowered God and His will and His power, but I'm not sure. But all I can tell you is why this shit is happening. It's happening because of CERN. CERN, the LHC, and what they do is probably the exact cause of all this madness. And it's really sad because they're playing with matter and what you are physically made up of. So if you actually have breath in your air and lungs still, it's still in you, your air is still in you, in your breath, lungs, dude. And breath and lungs, dude. Like you should be concerned about this stuff, dude. I have a certain reason, like in a method, why I look at these older channels, I guess. Because I guess CERN can't keep up. I'm thinking that CERN doesn't have the data yet, backed up this far back, to like simulate, the cancel route basically in erasers. That's as kind as I could put it, man. They will erase you, dude, if you make an impact. If you are a truther or somebody who speaks truth, listen, dude, you're gonna get canceled, bro. And you say, who's running this? Is a machine running this? This network has been in place since you were even a baby, even in your mother's womb, dude. This system and this mechanism, dude, whatever you want to say, it's been in place. It's just now you're witnessing it now. You're witnessing now the really like the revolutionary, like the revolutionary type stuff, with AI. It always goes back to CERN. And, quantum computers. Yes, I say quantum computers. Okay, why is this a big deal? Well, my friend, here is going to tell you why exactly in this part of this video.
Speed is zero.
Now listen,
Now,
I told you this a long time ago, but you probably weren't listening. You probably were asleep, probably in a hypnotic state, probably drunk, not knowing you were even, completely, consciously unaware and not in the same place I am. Okay? I started noticing something was wrong with this world a long time ago. But things changed after 2012. I could tell you this. And I always say, hey, 2012 was the end of one world going into a new world, the birth of a new world. And this world involved AI. Yo, yeah, AI. Because they would show this thing, they talk about pole shifts and Nibiru, Planet X, like everybody would fear pole shift, which would essentially turn your brain upside down. The poles of the earth would switch places and be a magnetic pole shift, something that we're due for, and it's probably happening right now. We just can't witness it, or because it's probably slowly happening, a little slower than they think. So possibly, maybe they're slowing time down. They're doing something with time, and they have been for quite some time. I don't know if CERN found the answers they needed. I'm pretty sure they did. But just in case if you were wondering about AI and, the impact of it, CERN knows. CERN knows what they did. They know the accident they had. And they know that it's affecting us right now in so many different ways every day. Okay, this is called quantum time hovering. Okay, apparently. I told you, dude, that these quantum computers, ever since they got them, man, they started doing wacky stuff, like, including, dude, I told you, quantum computer, the fact that they could actually exist in two different places at one time, that's a whole nother ballgame. That's, If you could be a 0 and a 1 too, that's a whole nother ballgame. It's kind of like you're dead, dude. You're dead, right? Okay. Kind of like, it's wacky, the wackiness of quantum physics, dude. Like, and you'll figure it out. It's a little wacky. And I'm watching this, dude, and I told you, they had rumored that they had said that they would say dumb shit like these computers are exposing parallel realities, these quantum computers. Oh, yeah, really? Are they really? How are they doing that, dude? And of course we went over how they're doing it. And they're exposing these little hidden dimensions of reality. But I told you, they don't have the physical means. So even though these little entities have given them these, Jesus Christ, what was that? These entities have given these scientists that are looking for the building blocks of the universe. First, the Higgs boson wasn't enough. The God particle, the actual particle that holds the universe together. They found this device. This is the same device that caused the flood, first off. I mean, you could believe it or not. I'm telling you. It's the same thing that caused the great flood of Noah. And also the Tower of Babel to fall. Okay? This is not, not unknown stuff to me. Okay? And more than likely, we destroyed ourselves or most of the race. The first time with the flood. Because we wanted to worship technology. And take that bite of that apple, that tree of knowledge of good and evil. Here's the reason why you weren't supposed to, eat from it. Like how Apple has the bitten apple, the forbidden apple, that Eve had, eaten of. That was called knowledge of good and evil. That's what CERN has been trying to figure out. I've been on it, dude, since the beginning, dude, the inception of CERN. The Gothard Tunnel, everything. I mean, this is about as dark and demonic as you can get, dude. Is, the Gothard Tunnel and everything like that. They had birthed something when they had that Gothard Tunnel incident. Just watch this. Just watch it. If you actually just watched it, dude, the problem is they have us so dumbed down as a community. And it wasn't always like this. There were people giving out truth. And there probably still is a lot of people. I don't hear about it no more. I don't see them no more. Anyways, CERN is a Nimrod technological device, okay? Nimrod wanted to ascend and be God and wanted to be one, and, his pride made him fall, okay? And he taught a lot of men that they were gods. Kind of like the same lie you hear now. You're not a god, dude. You couldn't do what a god does, okay? Hate butt plug you, dude. Whatever you want to say. No, that's another thing, too, I gotta not forget to talk about. How the world is. Just to look how the world is, bro. Men want to be women. Women want to be men. Shit's all mixed up, upside down, flipped inside out. That alone should tell you shit ain't right here. This isn't the same place. This isn't the right world. So I'm thinking like, damn, I ain't in the right world. I'm not in the right reality, whatever. Something ain't right. I know something ain't right. Something's off. You can't pinpoint it, but you feel like the world's upside down. I feel for you, okay? I understand that, and I agree with that. With that being said, what is causing it? Okay, so we're in some kind of weird upside down world, Stranger Things, and, whatever. We're somewhere like that, okay? We're in some kind of quantum parallel reality aside from ours. As I told you, that fucking 12-year-old kid, he said and he knew and he was explaining the fourth dimension and how CERN had transferred us into a different universe. And the old one they destroyed, because I'm pretty sure CERN had been running tests between one parallel universe, one, quantum reality. And let me just say this. The quantum reality isn't real life. It was something done digitally. It was like digital DNA, digital worlds, digital this. I mean, Anthony Patch, I listened to ad nauseum about it, dude. He'd speak all about it, dude. And he would be the expert forerunner to talk about anything CERN at that moment. He's very smart. Well, whatever happened, I don't know what happened, man. Like, he had this show that kept Baker, dude, and they would talk about CERN and like what CERN was up to and what these asshole scientists, dude, are up to. They playing with fire, dude, playing with ghosts and the spiritual world. That's what CERN's about, the spiritual dimension, the metaphysical, the arts, or that's another thing, art too. They do this bullshit with art. Art is everything, This is just art, Well, dude, I thought oh man. And art is a big piece with CERN because it's digital data, dude. Like, just a different form. Okay? Like, but it was technology, dude. It was how CERN was exposing these dimensions. Okay? As a sheet behind another sheet. Like veils of reality. I told you this. When you really get deep down the hole, I'm gonna tell you, you'll run into the truth of the seven, veiled realities and mirrored, that we have to actually escape, man, in order to beat these people. And at their game, it's their game. You gotta understand. Just like Hunger Games, that's how these people are playing with us, dude. They're playing with you, dude. And they will drive you crazy, dude, and insane until you, just basically fold. I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to try to explain it ad nauseum, dude, like it was explained to me ad nauseum. The only difference is I don't lie to people. I don't mislead people, and I make sure that I actually explain clearly before I commit or have anybody commit to pursuing knowledge of this. But I had chosen that like this was the thing to know and follow at the time, listening to Richie from Boston and Anthony Patch and just good people, man. Good truthers, good truth people. So they won't steer me wrong. I know what, but something had happened where the world that we're in is kind of seeming a little fake. A little fake, just a little bit. Then the people you talked to were a little fake. The information was definitely fake. What you saw on TV or internet was kind of getting to be fake. Okay, it's just the truth. And then somebody started noticing and made comments on the dead internet theory. Okay, which had said 90% of what we see is all bot created content. That's a big statement, dude. That's a pretty big statement, man, to make. And to understand. And that, it's just this AI. It was just AI. It was all, formed by AI, thought by AI, and created by AI. AI could do it all. AI could do it all, man. AI could do it all, man. I know that CERN is working at hand actively. I have done this many years ago. Those stranger air events, the plane events, you know, it was kind of happening like in a 3-day span. There was quite a number of events. That wasn't by mistake either. That was quantum entanglement as well. What this girl is going to show you, and I just seen this recently, of planes floating in midair. So watch this.
A stall is
Oh, hold
the
on.
possibility
Hold
of going
on
in.
here. Hold on here. Now, I don't know if anybody else has seen this. I certainly have. I don't even know if any of you people are even out there. That's the thing. I don't know who's out there. They make it seem like nobody else is out there, bro. We are definitely not as alone as they want you to perceive you are. You're not alone, man. You're gonna be okay. God is with you, man. You know. Trust me, man. I walk around here wishing, hoping for somebody to try me. I'm just waiting on a motherfucker to try me. I just can't wait for it, dude. I can't wait. And a few days ago, somebody else tried me. I mean, it's just how it is. It's how the devil works, how evil works. And also, somebody tried me, dude. He's making me a little angry right now, but I'll get over it. The thing is, man, I'm a little angry and frustrated more at this world and the disconnect between people. So after 2012, I told you, I think we went into some kind of AI realm. And parallel reality, man, obviously. Because CERN, had everything mapped out. Had it all mapped. They have it all mapped out. They know the answers to the universe, the speed, the track, everything, the shape. They got these answers through fallen entities, I'm telling you. You could believe me or not believe me. I'm telling you. Now, these are entrapped souls, man, that disembodied spirits. You may call them archons, Nephilim. You call them whatever you want, dude. I don't care. Okay? They're parasites and viruses to your computer system. Okay? Yeah. You're part of a system. You didn't know that, did you? Yeah, you're part of a system. You, like me, like my mother and the stranger, are nodes in a computer system. I said it right. You are a node in a computer system in this quantum world that they is so built around you and above you and through you and everything like that. Just like a second X-ray world. It's like a digital world, where these beings, are there, man. They're here, and they're in that world. You don't. Why would you want that world though? That's not the real spiritual world. I mean, they know that everything is spirit. Nothing exists without spirit. That's the truth. I mean, come on. From plants even to water, dude. They all exist. They're alive, dude. They're spirit. Everything is spirit. We're nothing without it. Now, what is spirit, dude, exactly? It's not some, node on a computer system. I can tell you that. It's a little more complex than that. And yeah, man, it's when I tell you, dude, the internet, it all should have been shut down, tore down, destroyed immediately. And I warned people about this shit. They didn't do it.